All right, this story developing this afternoon. The Competition Commission has referred a case against Unilever South Africa and Simdabi Hudson Knight to the Competition Tribunal for prosecution. Now, very broadly, the two companies are accused of contravening a section of the Competition Act when they agreed not to compete with each other on certain sizes of margarine and cooking oil. We're joined on the line now by the Competition Commission's Cartels manager, Makgale Mohala. Good evening to you and welcome. So just very simply, break it down for us, if you would. What are these two companies alleged to have done, and why are you going after Unilever and not the other organisation?
Good evening, Jeremy and viewers. Thank you. These companies agreed as far back as 2004 that Unilever will sell margarine and cooking oils to retailers such as Pick n Pay and ShopRite, while Simdabi will sell margarine and cooking oils to customers at the industrial level. These are the manufacturers that use margarine to produce other products as well as oil. So this agreement effectively divides markets between firms that are supposed to be competing in the market. So we conducted our investigations from 2013. We did a dawn raid at their offices. We seized evidence. Now we have completed our investigation and we referred the matter to the tribunal for prosecution. The firm that we are prosecuting is Unilever. Simdabi settled with the commission and paid administrative penalty and agreed to build a manufacturing plant to manufacture the small pack sizes of margarine and cooking oil that they were precluded from manufacturing as a result of this agreement.
Have you had cooperation from Unilever?
We have been talking to Unilever, but unfortunately they couldn't agree to a settlement, so we had to refer the matter for prosecution.
So this now goes to the tribunal. How does that roll out then? What's the next step?
So the next step is that we served the papers to them. They have 20 days to respond and state why they think that they have not contravened the law. And then from there we'll go through the process of the pre-trial steps to exchange documents, witness statements, and then we'll go for trial.
Are you able to tell us how you were alerted to this practice?
We were approached by a complainant who was, one of the former employee of one of the firms who knew exactly what they were doing and the kind of instructions that they were given in as far as not competing with each other is concerned.
Are you able to disclose to us or give us an indication of the scale of this cooperation, and to what extent consumers then would have been prejudiced against?
It's massive, because if you imagine that Simdabi products are not in the retail market, so consumers have to choose from the only product of Unilever, as Simdabi was not allowed to sell at the retail level of the market. That is where individuals like myself and you buy. So we were buying with limited choice, as Simdabi was precluded from selling at that level of the market. So it was massive in that sense.
What sort of fine did Simdabi pay?
They paid about 35 million, and they then agreed to build a new plant, because the agreement was such that they are not competing. So in order to cure that, we've got to come up with a means of the other firm entering the market and compete in order to do away with the effects of this arrangement. So they agreed to build a plant within 5 years to produce the the small pack sizes of margarines and compete at the retail market.
Just a final question. This is another example of alleged widespread collusion. You seem to be making these announcements each and every week. Is there a greater acceleration, more of a sustained effort to clamp down on this behavior in South Africa? We're noticing something different in the past couple of months.
Yeah, the thing is there are many of these cases that we have been working on. And we are at a stage where now we are finalizing them. And as and when we finalize, we file with the tribunal. We have been working very hard to finalize these cases. As you would imagine, the harm that consumers continue to suffer when we are busy investigating. So we are trying as much as we can to speed up the investigation, finalize cases, and resolve these problems in the market so that we can return the market to their competitive level.
Why do you think, given the scale of the problem, and this is a final question, do you think that you've been unable to reach any agreement with Unilever itself?
Well, those are still open. If Unilever wants to continue negotiating, they can come and negotiate. We will listen to them as we were doing from the beginning. So hopefully if this time around they decide to settle, they can still settle.
Thank you very much for joining us. The Competition Commission's Cartels manager, Makgale Mohala.
The KwaZulu-Natal government has vowed to punish heads of department who failed to obtain a clean audit. Premier Willies Nqunu made the announcement during his first State of the Province address in Pietermaritzburg earlier today.
Starting with those in front as well.
Mayors, councillors, VIPs, and even the King of the Zulus, all eager to hear the Premier's plan for KwaZulu-Natal this year. This is Premier Willies Nqunu's first State of the Province address since taking over from Senzo Mqunu in May last year. He called on for clean audits and more efficiency in all provincial departments. And he had a warning for those who don't deliver.
From now onwards, HODs have been warned by this Provincial Executive Council that there will be punitive actions for any non-compliance with legislation or procedures.
That could be a big challenge for the 12 departments in the province. Only one treasurer received a clean audit last year. The Premier also touched